welcome back to Diablo's Laboratorium Emporium. My name is Diablo, and today, well, I said I needed to think about how this was gonna work. I did, and I have a solution, which is not this. Well, it's nearly this, but not this entirely. So, let me just try and build what I thought, or what I think is the right solution. Let's see, so with all of these speed beacons here, I'm in the way. I think I can get, well, as far as I've tested it at least, I think I can get a single line out from a single line in. If we're talking in terms of iron plates, how do we do that? Well, we speed the snot out of it, obviously, and because we are doing that, we can only feed 8 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After which, we will have to put stuff on the other half of the belt, otherwise half of these are not doing anything. So, well, okay, you'll see what I mean. Let me just show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From here, we'll do something differently. And what we will do, we want to have 4 more of these, so we have 16 in total, because we can feed, 16 in total. Yeah, this needs to go a little bit outward anyway. And this needs to go there. Fine, fine, fine. And then from here on out, we will go underground up to, I'm going to turn my legs off for a moment, otherwise I'm too fast. There, and we'll go out here. And we'll sideload that one there. Then, okay. So this one would then go, this track was just our center line measurement, so that can go. That can stop right there. This can go right there. Perfect. Okay, so what will happen is one row of ore will come in here, start feeding these 16 lines even. And these first 8 will start feeding in on this side. Then go underground. This one we don't need. These last 8 will start feeding the outside line, and the first 8 will come underneath and start feeding the inside of the belt. Whatever. I guess most of you have seen this before, so there we go. However, there's the question of power, which obviously we need to put somewhere. And we don't actually need iron plates. We need gear wheels. So I would want to incorporate it's a difficult word, incorporate those into the design as well. But first, let's think about power. Well, power should not be that difficult, because if we go 1, 2, that covers that. Very nice. And then if we do 1, 2 from the top, I think we've done, and I could be, no, wait, 1, 2, yeah. And then we should have a middle bit somewhere. Am I mistaken? Maybe I'm mistaken. I don't know what I'm doing apparently. Oh, why is this at 1.5? Oh, I see. This is the wrong stuff. I should just do it like this. And this one should, yeah, see? 1.5. Good. This one was at the wrong spot. Cool. That means we need this one there, this one there. I knew it was possible to do it like this. That should power everything neatly up until the last one. power is no longer an issue. Of course, we need to get it in from somewhere, but that is not an issue. We can go from the side or from the bottom or from the top. Who cares where we get that from? But what we do need is, as I said, gear wheels instead of iron plates. So what I've thought about is doing it like this, because we need, the calculations say that we need about 10 of these going full bore. We have 8 belts going out, so that is one full blue belt is not, one full blue belt of iron plates is not enough to sustain, amazingly enough, by the way. There they are. Jeez, I missed them completely. Is not enough, or is just enough to sustain one of these with a little bit left over. So if we do 2, we get 1 fully sustained outputting, and we get 1 working most of the time. Meaning that if we do that 8 outputs wise, we have 16 of these things working. Well, if we count them as 1.5, we would get to around 10-ish. If you know what I mean. So that would seem to be ideal. So we would add, of course, some speed beacons to that as well. We would, of course, add some exit arms to that. These would have to be the other way around. Oops. Around. And we would have to do something like that, because the input these guys need is ridiculous. Of course, these two can't touch, because this is iron ore. This is iron ore, and this is gear wheels. So, this is not nearly enough to fill a blue belt. And this does not reach this last bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this one down. We'll have 2 next to each other, but that also closes. If you look at the blue power area there, it closes out the power area for this line perfectly around the beacon. So I think that's quite nice looking. Now, if we take this, we copy that, we flip it over, we can line that up with this one. Boop. And what we can then do, if I don't get stuck, is, and again, I think we've done things like this. Well, I know we've done things like this before as well. And we can combine these 4 into one output. Now, that can be a singular output down. And then we'll do something belt buckle. Of course, I mean belt balancer. And from there on out, we'll do something with red science build and a train station to get those out. So that is my idea. Now, I think I can just go like this. Question mark? Yeah, I should just be able to go. So these are 2. So this is 4, 6, 8. So that should saturate an entire train and be enough to feed our 4 belts of red science output that we want to have. I don't know how to build that just yet, because we haven't done that yet, but that should not be too big of a deal. The benefit of this, of course, is because we have so much room to work with, if in the future we ever decide to go for 8 belts, because I've still been thinking about this quite a lot actually, because building at 4 belts when you are using 4 belts and the trains have to travel quite a bit, could mean that the travel time of the trains is going to be the slowing factor for the throughput of the actual science keep the science going. So I don't know if that's going to be the smartest thing to do, but I mean, we could do, some science, let it go for, do no science for maybe half an hour or an hour, and then have science run for 10 hours again, and then have no science for an hour, just to have that build up a little bit of a buffer again. Or not, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. If the point is, we can expand upon this quite easily. So there is that. Right. Having said all that, I would like to go. No, I don't actually want to do that. This one should be one lower. This one should be one lower still. And this one should be one lower still. That's too low. Oops, there we go. And then we have our 4 exits. There we go. And then I would say start right here with a belt balancer, because why not, right? Because we can. Yeah, that seems all right. Click. Perfect. This is just a center line measurement, so we can take away most of that. It's a center line measurement. Interesting. Miss Moneypenny. That would mean I would actually want to move this over to here. So we are actually centralized. Seems like a good idea. The other end of this would be... can I just kill that? Well, maybe I can. If I do this... Yeah, there's that, of course. If I flip this and put this here, can I... let me think about this. So, copper would go out here. Yeah, that's fine, I suppose. Oh, I see where I made a mistake. What a mistake to make. You would go there, because that preserves the center line here. Yes. So copper would go out here. Oh, but this would be a normal 8 belt out. Wait, is this an 8 belt out or a 9 belt out then? No, because we go 1 to 1, so we would have an 8 belt out, so no problems there. But we don't need to transition from this to this. Whoosh. So we can eradicate all of this. And all of this. And these two, by the way. And these two. Yes. Yes, I think so. And that means that these two... this would then obviously be an 8 belt balancer. Yes? Yeah, because we are getting... yeah, that's fine. I mean, why not? Why not? Why not indeed? Whoosh. Like that. Yeah, that's fine to me. We end up there, and from there we can build our factory that makes science. Oh. But we only have room enough to get our 4 belts in. So no, this is horrible, terrible, what a mistake. I'm the worst builder ever. We will do this and go 1, 2, 3, 4 to accommodate our 8 corner, which we have. Is this a left corner or a right corner? I think it's this one, right? Let me check. Yes. So we need to eradicate that. And I want to keep at that height because that makes sense. So we'll do that. We won't do that. And we will... Oh, I can just... Yeah, perfect. Do that. Nice. That works like a charm. That works like a charm. So this would connect there. And then all I basically have to do is copy this thing again. Do I want to flip it? Oh, that's a good question. So I was Oop, that's not what I meant to do. So here, I've been flipping the first lane and the second lane so we can combine them in the middle. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 outputs. Here, I don't necessarily need to do that, although it's automatically already done. But I can keep them on one side, technically, if I wanted to. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Do I care? No, I really don't. As long as it's symmetrical, it should be all right. Let's just build it ghost-wise anyway and see. That's 4, 6, 8. Now, this is way too much for what we need right here because technically we only need 1/4 of what we need, so we need only one belt down. I realize this, but why not smelt everything and just, you know, distill it down to one belt? I mean, even distribution, right? Seems fair to me. Let's see. Let's go all the way. Oop. Not you. Yeah, so this one would then end up there. What do I think about this? What do I think about this? I'm not entirely sure, actually. 1, 2, oops. And then we get one over here. Is that the wrong way around? Yeah, I thought so. Okay, I don't... I'm not entirely sure how I feel about this. Do I like this? Do I not? Why do I care? Doesn't look terrible. Let's leave it. I kind of... Yeah, it's growing on me. Sure. Why not? Okay, so the first area, or the first horizontal place we can start building is around here. Because we do want to have these balancers in here, obviously. Wait, is this... Did I... Oh, I did not finish anything. Why did I not? Yeah, so this one would go in there. This one would go there. This one... Oops. Did I do that correctly? That's not correct. Hang on. This is an output. That's not correct. You're supposed to be there. Yeah. Output, input, input, output, output, input, input. Yes. Okay. Always got to keep paying attention. Always got to keep paying attention. So that's correct, and that's correct over here, and then that one goes over there, and then that one goes over there. Nice. I did it. All right, so that's all connected. Because we did copy that, because we did, you know, keep that same pattern, we should... Did I not flip it? Did I not? Okay. Because we did... Am I? Sorry, I'm just checking if I did it right. Yeah. Because we did keep the same pattern, this should just be perfect. Usable like this. Do I have any... Yeah, I do have nukes with me. Do I dare do this, though? Is this... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, no. Don't go up. Why did it go up? Turn my legs on. Oh, and there's a... Wait, how did you get through? Oh, there you are. Ooh. Are you angry still? I don't want to challenge you if you're angry. Are you angry? You are not. That's very silly of you. But you also didn't run very far, so I'm very happy about that. Why did one escape, by the way? That's very stupid. I'll pick up this one. You're not going to run that far, are you? Nah, I don't think you are. There we go. We need some power. Let's get that going. That's exactly what I did not want to do. Oops. Well, I'm going to have to do it anyway. At some point. What's happening? Something like that. Is he dead? Good. I'm very glad. Are my robots somewhere else? My robots are somewhere else still. Yeah. Let's... Where are you now? Okay. Let's turn my robots off for now, shall we? Wait, did I? Ooh, did I just lose? Never mind. Need to check if I just lost some robots there. There we go. Clean that up. Okay. Ah, there we go. Thank you. Do I have walls with me? I do. So did we or did we not research gates, by the way? I don't know because stuff got researched while I wasn't looking. Very secretively. Yes, gates got researched. Okay, so I should be able to just make a gate now, yes? Boop. I want a bigger gate. Give me a big gate. Boop. Oh. Oh, almost booped it. There we go. Whoosh. Whoosh. Perfect. Never gonna find that again. But at least these biters are gone now. I'm very happy about that. So this is connected. That is connected to that. Everything seems to be in order. So, what... I'm going to turn my legs off. Otherwise, I'm never going to get close enough to this rock. Now we need to design something that can build our science. If we look at science builds right here, we are in expensive mode, but it doesn't seem to be... I don't know about time, though, but it doesn't seem to affect... For red science, at least, it doesn't seem to affect the material cost. Obviously, it does a little because the raw materials for gear wheels is twice as much. Because gear wheels used to cost 2 iron plates and now cost 4 iron plates. So the raw material costs are obviously more expensive. But I think it's the 1 plate, 1 gear wheel is the same for the normal mode as the expensive mode. So there's that. I'm not entirely sure about the time. I will admit that. We see that it takes 5 seconds of crafting time in a normal machine to make one of these. Now, we want to have about 10,000 of these a minute. Let's be fair, a minute. So if we divide that by 60, we would get, I don't know, 600 or something. I don't know. I honestly can't do math that fast. Divided by... No, that's not what I meant to do. Sorry. Let me just quickly do that here. Divided by 60 is about 160 a second. So... we need a lot of machines to do that. And they all need to be beaconed and fast. So, basically, I think we're going for something like this. And then I don't know how many we need, but we'll find out. 1 in, 1 out. We'll do a combined line for now, and then obviously we'll have something going out. We can go this way, we can go the other way. I don't know what's good yet or smart. I honestly don't, so we'll have to wait and see. And I don't know how much I can feed, because they do take a long time. Technically, they take 5 seconds each, so we're gonna have to build a lot of these factories. Oops, I meant to copy that and not... Yes, thank you. So if we do that and we do that again, except for the entire row, well, almost got that right. I meant to do that, of course. Whoop, there we go. And then we can do that. Whoosh, as an output. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I will do 10 to start. Why am I just building that as a ghost? I don't know. Let's do 10 to start, and we'll find out if that is acceptable. Where can we put that? I suppose the first... Oh, I need to combine those as well, don't I? Let me just ghost build that right there. So let me, get rid of it for now. And then find out how can I combine. Because I want to... How many do I need? That's a good question. How many do I need? Let me quickly look at my calculations right here. Where are they? All right. Where did I put those? There we go. So there's that, there's that, there's that, and I would like to see that. That is not working. Why is that not working? There we go. Perfect. So that would mean I would have to have... That's a lot. Okay. Yeah, as I said, there's about 160 of those. So that would be 16 of these rows. So I need to divide these 4. No, not divide. I need to multiply these 4 by 4. And these 8, well, I'm only going to use a fraction of these. But, I need to multiply these by 2, basically. Interesting. How am I going to do that? I think I will do it like a basic main bus down. So that means that I would do that one. Yeah, why not? I should have kept I should have kept some space between these two. Okay, live and learn, live and learn. I should have kept a space or 2 between these two, like an actual main bus, so I could do some underground work, either left or right. Yeah. Then also we have a nice question is, do I... You know what? Yeah, so we could do a main bus-ish down, and then just have half of the factory on this side, half of the factory on that side, and then, I don't know, belt everything down to a train station. Or we could do one giant thing here and just have all the belts divided that way. But that would mean building some kind of contraption here that combines all of these and multiplies them to the right amount. Interesting semi-problem-ish. Okay, so how do we do that? Okay, I have some ideas and I think I know what I want to do. But again, I don't know how big I can make this. I've made this thing now 10, but maybe I can make this 20. I don't know. So if I make it 10 and that's the maximum I can feed it, that would mean I would need to have 16 of these next to each other. If I can make it 20, I would only need 8. That would mean less inputs to make. So maybe I should try and figure that out first before starting to, build my stuff. How do I do that? Well, give me just 1 second. Okay, so as I said, 1 second later, well, at least for you, I now have installed the spawn belt mod. What does the spawn belt mod do? I have explained this a few times already now, but just for those who are watching this for the first time, perhaps, or as a, I don't know, as a singular episode that they found by accident, I don't know. The spawn belt mod allows me to create anything that is, you know, that you can create in this game. Infinite amounts. And it also has the void belt in the same mod, which can eat anything, so as not to cheat. At least that's how I use it. So anything I make with the spawn belt mod, I also eat with the void belt so that I don't actually cheat during my design process. Because that's what I use to design most of my stuff. I will show you how that works. So we have this right now, okay? Cool. I will go into cheat mode. Where is it? There we go. Cheat mode true. And this will allow me to do that. I can if I don't have any more, as you can see, I don't have any more beacons right now, but if I click on or pipette or Q on something I don't have, and I'm in cheat mode or God mode or whatever, it will create one stack of those in your inventory so you can use them. And that makes testing these designs out real easy, real nice. Obviously, I won't save this to the actual game because this is, as it says, cheat mode. And we don't want cheat mode. We don't want to cheat. We want to build everything ourselves so that, you know, no one can say, oh, that's not how you do it. It's not fair. We want to have absolutely no reason for anyone to doubt the validity of our factory. One other thing that you can build, and you don't even have to be in cheat mode for this, is if you are in an area where you know you're far out in the boondocks and you are in the middle of nowhere, as they say, and you don't actually have and you don't actually have you don't actually have power, and you don't want to run all the way back to get power here. What you can get, and I hope is this. If you look at the bottom left of my screen, you can see that I'm trying to create an electric energy interface. There we go. And it looks like this. It's a purple accumulator. What that does, basically, is it's an infinite power source. There we go. This generates power. You can set it to how much power you would like. So if you want to test out, okay, I only have this much power, or I only have this much power, I only have this much buffer size, how does that affect? You can see it running out sometimes. I don't use that much, so I put it very low. You can play around with this. See, I can turn it off. It's a bit fiddly. You have to, you know, it's a nice way to find out how much power a factory needs and a build that you're working on needs. I just go for infinite amounts, so I never have to worry about it. Yeah, I just go for infinite amounts because I want to test the design of my build, not the power consumption for it. All right, having said that, let's show you the void belt and the spawn belt. So the void belt's quite simple. You make one, you put it at the end of the stuff. I usually want to go for a little bit of a longer line before I put a void belt down. Simply because I want to have a little bit of a better view of how full a belt is. And if you put it right here, right after the last production thingy, you can't really see the effect of how full the belt is. And you can't expand real easy. So, yeah, this is a little bit annoying. Let's get rid of all of our stuff because Otherwise, this is going to take... robots are going to fly off forever, and that's just a little bit annoying. Normally, I would just delete everything here, but why would I? So, having said that, how does the spawn belt work? We put down a box. We decide what we want in the box, or we decide what we want to spawn. Oh, I accidentally queued on it. Did you see that? Now I have a stack of it because I'm in cheat mode. And in this case, I would like to put gear wheels on it. We put the gear wheels in the first stack because that's where it's going to look. That's where the spawn belt is going to look. So we put it in the first stack. On the other side, we are going to put copper plates in the first stack. Then we create 2 of these, 2 spawn belts. And you will see, okay, so if I put down this anywhere, what it will do is it will create the first thing on the list of stuff it can create. So if you don't put anything in front, it will always create iron ore. Always iron ore. Infinite amounts of iron ore. However, if you have a chest in front of it, it will check the chest. It will check the first... is this going the right way? I think it is. It will check the first stack of that chest and then infinitely create that thing. Infinitely create that thing. And that's how you test. I'm going to slow this down, by the way, because I really want to see what's going on. So there's a few things I wanna note here. Okay. Well, I'm not done yet, by the way. By the way, if I want to get rid of this now, I can either put a box here, just feed it into the void belt, or I can just Z this onto the line and feed it in there and get rid of it that way. Cool. Because we are in cheat mode, we can now just get infinite amount of these modules just by shift clicking. I can click once and I get 1 of them, but if I shift click, I will get an entire stack of them, which is nice. That's a nice way of, testing a design real quick, as I said. This is what I would like to, I would like for it to look like. So there's 2 things I look for. Is everything working non-stop? Which, this is the last one in the row. If anything is going to suffer from not getting enough materials or anything like that, or not being able to put it onto the belt, it's the last one in the row because, it's the last one. This one seems to be fine. I don't see any red squares here. That means that there's no blockage happening for the input, and there's no buildup of output material here, so there's no problem putting it onto the belt. If we just visually look at the output belt, and this is why I make it a little bit longer as well, you can see that this is not nearly full by any means. Not even when we have speed modules next to it, and we create extra stuff by putting productivity modules inside. So this is nearly a nice full belt, or half a belt, but it's about, I would say, 3/4 of a half a belt. So we can add to this quite clearly. However, what you also need to check when designing this stuff is, how is my throughput? As you can see, copper is hardly moving at all. What I can also see is that gear wheels is hardly moving at all as well. Both of them moving now, but there you go. Now they've stopped. Gear wheels, copper, stopped, stopped, copper, stopped. Gear wheels still stopped, still stopped, still stopped, and now it's going again. So there's lots and lots and lots and lots of time between, movement. That means there's way more room for expansion than I initially thought there would be. And this is how I design most of my stuff. I do a lot of calculating about how much do I need. I use the Factorio calculator. If you Google Factorio calculator, you'll get a very nice Kirky someone, I don't know. Somebody built it. Kirk McDonald. Okay, Kirk McDonald built that. He hasn't updated it for 18, but there hasn't been much changes in how expensive mode works and normal mode works, so it's still a good calculator. That is what I use to calculate the approximation of how many factories do I need. It doesn't tell you how to build them. It doesn't tell you how to best optimize them or to best make use of efficiency. It just tells you this is the approximate amount that if you have this much modules around them or in them, and you have this many beacons around them, then you are going to probably need these many mines, these many smelters, and these many factories to build that end product that you set up or that you asked for. So it gives you raw numbers. It's up to you to then build a factory that can produce those numbers. And that's what I use the spawn belt and this design method for. I iterate on how much can I input, how fast can I make it, how big do I want to make it, how symmetrical do I want to make it, all that kind of stuff. What I think I want to do is just have this be half a belt, because I think, well, you know what? It's a matter of trial and error. So what I think I'll do, very basically, is go whoosh, and then line up the power thingamajiggy there, and just go like that. Because why not? Now, you'll notice, I don't have these anymore, so I'll just click that. I don't have these anymore, so I'll just click that. See how easy that works in testing, for testing purposes? It's so nice. It's so nice. I just need a few of these, so I do that. So you'll notice that there's a void belt now there. I'll just create a stack of those, go there, and replace the void belt there. This is a little bit short for my taste. I would like to see this a little bit longer so I can get a more accurate idea of how full we are. But this should be all right. It's a little bit annoying that these guys are here. So what I think I'll do is I think I'm going to make, because I'm in cheat mode now, and I do need the room, and I don't actually have a way to oh, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I want to do. Thank you. I don't have a way to safely detonate this without maybe destroying everything I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my lasers. I'm going to put them over here, just in a square like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, like this. Oh. Actually, you know what? Why am I doing that? They are in peaceful mode. Of course they are in peaceful mode. And of course, normally I would be at a little bit higher speed, but this is okay. For now, this is fine. I'm going to grab this again. I'm just going to blow everything up. Because I can build infinite amounts of this stuff. I don't need to worry about... I'm going to go in a little bit closer, by the way. Don't need to worry about how much stuff I have. I just need to worry about getting it done, basically. That's what it comes down to. And yes, I could nuke them, but again, I was afraid that with a base this big, I could run into trouble and not be able to defend myself properly and die and be in even more trouble that way, which I really didn't want to be. So that's why I chose to do this. Might seem cumbersome to some, I don't know. it's what I chose to do. So there we go. I'll go around this guy, around these guys, around that guy. Yeah, well, we'll skip the rail then. That's fine. And then we'll do something like this. So that should connect everything. If I now go to lasers and I just pick up a couple of stacks of these, and you know what? Just to make everything a little bit more smooth, I'm going to go to speed 5 again. And remember, we have infinite power up here, so I don't need to worry about that. And again, all these lasers are not going to get into the save game. This is just for design purposes. And then we can do that. Okay, well, those are the last few, so I'll do tab, blow. Most of them got destroyed, but that's fine. That at least allows me to now clean up and start building again. Alright, that actually looked really cool. Alright. And I blew up a lot less lasers with my nuclear bomb than I thought. Okay, so we'll go back to 1. Oops, we'll go back to 1. So we can actually see what's going on. If it goes too fast, you just can't see what's going on. So this is nearly a full line. Nearly, well, a full half a line. Let's see what our input is doing. Our input is moving more, but still you can see, you know, it stopped. So we have some room to add some more if we wanted to. Can we add an entirely new row? I don't know, but that's why we test these things to find out. Here we go. And I like to go per power block, because that just is another entire set of stuff. How many factories do we have now, actually? That is 22? I don't know. We'll see if that's enough or that is maybe too much. Oh, oops, I did not do that. So that is definitely going to impact. Now we have to wait, because these things are still going to build up a backlog. So we have to wait until this empties out. And if it doesn't, that's an answer too. So we'll go to 5 real quick to see if that empties out. This is just a little bit of a behind the scenes of how I design stuff. Because it doesn't seem to want to empty out. So 22 seems like a little bit too much. I think we should go with 20. Because I see this one move sometimes at least. I don't see these ones doing anything at all. If I go back to 1... So I think 20 is good, because that's a full half a belt. Input-wise... Yeah, that stopped a little, stopped a little, stopped a little. So we'll have some spillover from that we can use in other lanes, which is good, which is what we want. If we kill this, let me, by the way, put down, because often what you will notice, let me do this on the other side, by the way. Often what you will notice is that you will have, oh, we're not even full bore yet. Well, hardly. Often what you will notice is that you will get a lot of junk. Oh, we don't need this, so we can move that in your inventory while you are testing, because as you saw, I need to build a lot of lasers to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of those lasers right now because I don't need them. I don't need that thing. I don't need those ones. I don't need those nukes anymore. You know, I don't need those infinite amount of walls that I have. I don't need these ones right now. I don't need that one. All this stuff that I don't need right now, I want to get rid of, because that's not what I am trying to find out about. I'm trying to figure out how this is going to work. So all this extra junk, I just want to put into a void belt whilst I'm testing again. This is not going to be saved to the regular playthrough, not going to be saved to the actual map. So it looks like 19 is actually the cutoff, because this one's moving fairly regularly, and this one's moving, well, it's moving every so often. Hardly ever, but still it's moving, I suppose. Where does it say? This says 183 finished. This is a 300 finished already. So yeah, this does twice as much as that. Obviously, these were built sooner, so these have 1,000, but these were built later. You can see that anything, yeah, this is 1,000. So anything after that, which was already there, this is 360. Oh, shoot. That had 350 until I mucked it up. Sorry about that. There goes my point. But okay, that one is 380, that one is 360, and then the last one only has 180. So that does do something, but clearly a lot less. But it keeps the belt full. So 20 is the right amount, I feel like. I am, however, going to move the power up one, because if I move it up one, it'll be symmetrical again along the line. So it would go there. Actually, I should have copied that, because now I'd have to do the undergrounds again, etc., etc. Something like that. So if I copy this, and then we move this there, yeah, so we basically want to... And again, as I said, you are going to get a lot of junk in your inventory, because, as you see, I have to clean up. I want to clean up this belt, which has a lot of stuff on it, which I then have to pick up, which in turn means that it's going to go into my inventory. If it's going to go into my inventory, well, you know. This one does not need to be here, and it's only annoying right now. It's really annoying right now. Okay, so that should... Yeah, perfect. So that's nice symmetry to have. I like that. We can just do that. Bingo, bongo, bongo. Perfect. Once that starts feeding, that seems all right. I can get rid of my stuff by going... Oh, I don't have power here. Well, that's fine. I can just do temporarily like that. I don't want... See, I've got too much of that. I got too much of that. Don't want that. Too much of that. A little bit too much of that. Sure, I don't want any of that. This is too much. Once I'm in design mode, I like to get rid of as much extra stuff as I don't need right now. I don't want to get rid of everything. Because some things can be handy to have just laying around, but yeah, just most of it I just want to dump. So this is cool, right? I mean, this gets us half a full belt. If we then combine that, like we did with the gear wheels, in the middle, we could get a full belt of red out, and that's 1. So basically, we need this times 8 to get full belts, 4 full belts of stuff out. Make sense? I think it does. So our design would be, I guess, this flipped over here. Yeah, well, didn't need to build that, but okay, sure. Then this goes round the bend, down, and then technically something void belt. Sure, why not? Like that. Cool. And then that would join that one. So this would be one of the belts going down. So we'd need 4 of these setups, which would be 8 inputs. Am I correct in saying that? 1, 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Yeah. Yay, I can still count. So that's a little bit of a... wow, I've gone way too long. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I've gone way, way, way long this time. But I thought it'd be nice to give a little bit of a behind the scenes of how I design stuff. I know I've done this stuff before, but I think it's always nice to give a little bit of a peek. So we'll be implementing this on Thursday. For now, I will say thank you to my patrons for sponsoring this channel. It helps and motivates. Thank you very much. And to anyone else, I'll say thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below if you have any suggestions or ideas. My name is Diablo, and I will see you next time.